So how did your transfer here come about?
Well, I first heard the interest during the summer window. Generally, I didn't think much of it, but obviously, the gaffer and the assistant kept watching me through it towards the end of the Irish season. And a couple of weeks ago, my agent got a phone call, just said that they'd like to take me, and just went from there.
Is it fair to say that Irish players, they all at one point to come to either England or Scotland to play?
Yeah, I think you'd be right in saying that. Generally, the younger players in the league, I think, most of the players are ambitious to test themselves at that higher level. So yeah, I think it's fair to say that they all are ambitious.
I guess you know quite a lot about Scottish football.
To be honest, I don't. Kind of a player that was here on loan for 6 months, Sean McLaughlin, he would have been an ex-teammate of mine at Cork. He would have been a very good friend of mine, and he kind of filled me in on the ins and outs of Scottish football. But I'm looking forward to testing myself in the coming weeks.
What did they tell you about it?
He just said that it's a physical league. Obviously, Celtic and Rangers, they're ahead of the rest in terms of quality and capacity of stadium size. But like, he had nothing but good things to say about the league, the club, the gaffer, even the area of Renfrew, is it? Yeah. Renfrewshire, he said, it's a lovely area to live in.
I guess you've got a chance, or your aim will be to kind of fill his boots effectively, because he was one of the kind of mainstays of the defence.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I think one of the main aims of mine is probably play as many games as I can between now and the end of the season, and obviously help the team push up the table.
What's the manager said in terms of how likely, obviously you're still quite young, but you're quite experienced already in terms of appearances at Cork. Are you anticipating being able to step into the first team more or less straight away?
I don't see why not. Obviously, the manager brought me in for a reason. I know the club are stretched defensively, so I think I'm well capable of stepping in.
Obviously, he's also brought in another central defender who we're going to speak to shortly, so I mean there still will be competition, but particularly when the guys come back from injury, there'll be a bit more. I guess it's a case of you taking your chance while those two go broadfoot.
Yeah, 100%. That's the case of football. So once you get your chance, you have to take it. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks the manager will give me an opportunity, and then like that it's up to me to take my chance when I get it.
When you found out the interest was concrete, were you in two minds at all, or was your decision right at
I had a few other English clubs interested at the minute at the time, but I think St Mirren kind of they kind of showed me a bit more care as a player. They kind of did the things other clubs wouldn't necessarily do. Like, the manager would pick me up, he would ring me personally. I think that just ticked a lot of boxes for me.
Is that something that you've already realised, that he's someone that you can work closely with and rely on? Yeah,
100%. I think over the past few days he's been very good with me, and I just want to repay him for bringing me to the football club.
Is that a case of first team football opportunities as well? Was that another reason why maybe Scotland was more favourable than down south?
I think so. Don't get me wrong, I'll have to compete for my place, but the fact that the manager said that I'll be given an opportunity here really enticed me to come to the football club.
Men are in a relegation battle at the moment. What do you think you can achieve with the club? Of course, this year, is it just all about safety? Is that what the manager said to you?
I think the club are ambitious and they want to push up as high as they can on the table. I think the main aim of the football club for the season is to avoid relegation. And judging from training today, I think we've more than enough quality to stay up this season.
And how does that compare with your time in Ireland with Cork? Last year Cork had a bit of a difficult season, so is it a different sort of mindset you're coming into, trying to avoid relegation?
At Cork, I say 2 years ago we were league champions, and say last year was a terrible year on the pitch, off the pitch. So I think I can use my experience from last season and bring it into this season to help the lads even further.
What sort of things happened last year?
We weren't performing on the pitch. We had 3 gaffers in a year, so there was a lot of chopping and changing. We weren't winning as often as we used to, and we had to fight for results. Just that wasn't what the way Cork City were accustomed to over the past couple of years. We were always winning games week in, week out, and to come from a winning position every week to losing every week, it definitely tests you on and off the pitch.
Which English clubs are interested in?
I prefer not to say.
Talked about the personal touch. Did he pick you up for the airport?
Yeah, he picked me up from the airport. Just things like that. Just dropped me off my hotel, make sure everything was settled for me. He's been ringing me almost every day just to see if I need anything. And I couldn't speak highly enough of him at the minute.
You've not, I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've not played since obviously the tail end or the end of the Irish season, so you're effectively, were you in pre-season mode at the moment kind of thing, which now you're kind of going into the middle of the season, but I suppose does that mean you're quite fresh, do you feel?
Yeah, I think I was itching to get back. Obviously the season finished the end of October, so we were given 2 weeks off and then we were given an off-season programme. Obviously I was tipping away at that over Christmas. But I think I have fresh legs, and I think me coming in at this stage of the season can only help the team.
I know he's not here yet, but do you know much about Jamie McGrath from your time over there? Have you spoken to him about the two of you coming over?
I don't know him personally. I only know him from playing against him. To be honest, I'm happier that he's on my team than playing against me because he is a very good player. I've just been messaging him the past couple of days, and he's raring to go as well. He's very excited.
I suppose that must be quite good having someone else that's in the exact same situation as you, coming from an Irish club, coming over here and new to the surroundings.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're both in the same boat. I think he's 2, maybe 3 years older than me, so he might be able to look after me a small bit.
What kind of player is he? A sort of attacking midfielder type, is he?
Yeah, he's an attacking midfielder. He's a number 10. I think he can play. When we played against him with Cork, he was either wide right or wide left, so he's versatile in that respect.